News has just emerged from Kansas City that has shifted the focus of the NFL world directly onto the Chiefs. This revelation carries weight not because of statistics or play calling, but because of the ripple effects it may cause inside one of the league's most tightly bonded locker rooms. The Chiefs, known for their electric offense and resilient spirit, suddenly find themselves answering questions that have little to do with the scoreboard. The atmosphere has changed, and the tension is impossible to ignore. From fans in the stands to analysts on national broadcasts, everyone senses a storm brewing. The Chiefs have built their recent dynasty on unity, discipline, and relentless confidence, but now the spotlight is brighter and more critical than ever. With the postseason drawing near, the timing of this news could not be more disruptive. Every revelation brings challenges, but this one feels different. It strikes at the heart of trust and stability, leaving the team to balance their on-field goals with the unseen weight of distraction and scrutiny. Behind closed doors, the Chiefs' locker room has always been a sanctuary. It is where victories are celebrated, losses are dissected, and bonds between teammates grow stronger. However, when shocking revelations surface, even the strongest sanctuaries can feel vulnerable. Reports indicate that certain players were caught off guard by the news, while others insist they had sensed something building beneath the surface. Regardless of perspective, the sense of unity is being tested. Patrick Mahomes, the face of the franchise, remains a steadying voice, emphasizing focus and resilience. Yet even his leadership cannot entirely shield the team from the outside noise. In professional sports, the margin between focus and distraction is razor thin. The Chiefs now walk that line daily. Veterans in the locker room understand the importance of perspective, reminding teammates that adversity often fuels greatness. Still, no matter how experienced, no one can deny the tension filling the air. Each practice, each meeting, and each snap becomes part of a delicate balance between preparation and distraction. The locker room, once a fortress, now holds unanswered questions. In moments of crisis, leadership defines direction. For the Kansas City Chiefs, Andy Reid's presence has always been steady, calm, and reassuring. Known for his ability to navigate challenges with composure, he now faces one of his toughest tests. A revelation that shakes the atmosphere demands not just coaching, but guiding. Reid has emphasized focus on fundamentals and consistency, yet even he acknowledges the emotional weight players carry. Alongside him, Mahomes serves as a vocal leader, reminding his teammates of the greater mission ahead. Leadership is not about ignoring distractions, but about confronting them with clarity and resilience. The Chiefs' captains and veteran voices understand this responsibility. Tyrann Mathieu, Travis Kelce, and others play crucial roles in maintaining belief and energy. Leadership in football extends beyond strategy. It encompasses the emotional heartbeat of a team. The current moment calls for unity, transparency, and trust. How the Chiefs' leaders navigate this storm will not only influence the locker room, but may also define how far Kansas City can push in its quest for another championship. Chiefs Kingdom is renowned for its passion, loyalty, and unwavering support. Yet this shocking revelation has stirred conflicting emotions throughout the fan base. Some express frustration, believing distractions could derail a season filled with high expectations. Others rally behind the team, determined to show support during turbulent times. Social media has amplified every perspective, with debates raging over accountability, transparency, and the timing of the news. Arrowhead Stadium, usually a fortress of noise and confidence, now carries a mix of excitement and unease. Fans understand the fine line between external drama and on-field success, and many hope their energy can provide strength to the players. The bond between Kansas City and its fans has been one of the strongest in professional sports, but it is now being tested in real time. Every chant, every roar, and every show of support takes on deeper meaning as the Chiefs navigate uncertainty. For many, this moment transcends wins and losses. It speaks to the resilience of a community that has always stood behind its team, no matter the storm. The national media has seized on the story, magnifying its reach and intensity. Headlines dominate broadcasts and speculation fuels endless debates. Analysts dissect every angle, questioning how the Chiefs will respond and what this revelation means for their championship aspirations. Media scrutiny is not new to Kansas City, but the tone has shifted. It is no longer about X's and O's or highlight plays. It is about off-field dynamics that shape perception. The speculation often outpaces facts, creating narratives that sometimes diverge from reality. For the players, this means added pressure, as every word and action becomes subject to interpretation. The Chiefs find themselves in the center of a storm, balancing preparation with constant noise. The story has grown larger than the team itself, pulling in fans, rivals, and even league officials into the conversation. Media attention is a double-edged sword, capable of fueling motivation but also deepening distraction. The Chiefs must now choose whether to let speculation dictate their narrative or to reclaim control through resilience and performance. Chemistry is the invisible force that binds a team. For the Chiefs, it has been the foundation of their rise to dominance. Mahomes' connection with his receivers, Kelsey's leadership on offense, and the defense's growing cohesion have all reflected the power of unity. But shocking revelations test even the strongest bonds. Trust becomes fragile, and uncertainty seeps into everyday interactions. Coaches emphasize routine and discipline, yet players know the weight of distraction is real. Chemistry is not built overnight. It is forged through shared struggle and triumph. The question now is whether this storm strengthens the Chiefs or divides them. Some players view adversity as fuel, while others struggle with the uncertainty. Each practice rep, each huddle becomes more than preparation. It becomes a moment to rebuild trust. The Chiefs' culture has long been praised as resilient and supportive, but its strength is being measured like never before. How the players respond to one another in this tense atmosphere will determine whether chemistry remains their greatest weapon or their most vulnerable weakness. Every revelation carries consequences beyond the immediate moment. For the Kansas City Chiefs, the bigger picture extends to their legacy, their reputation, and their role as one of the NFL's premier franchises. Success in football requires more than athletic performance. It requires trust, stability, and culture. When those elements are tested, the path forward becomes uncertain. The Chiefs have built an image of excellence under Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, symbolizing modern dominance. Yet the shocking news forces reflection on how quickly narratives can shift. Rivals see vulnerability, while supporters cling to faith and resilience. The NFL as a whole watches closely, recognizing that the league thrives on both drama and triumph. For the Chiefs, this is not just about navigating a season. It is about protecting the foundation of their dynasty. The bigger picture involves future contracts, young talent development, and long-term identity. One revelation can spark change, but how the Chiefs respond will determine whether this moment defines them or becomes just another challenge overcome in pursuit of greatness. Despite the noise, the Chiefs still have games to play, and performance on the field remains the ultimate response. Adversity has defined their journey before. In past seasons, deficits turned into comebacks, and doubt transformed into dominance. The resilience of Kansas City has been its trademark. Mahomes' ability to lead under pressure is unmatched, and the supporting cast has consistently risen to the occasion. This revelation adds another layer to their story. Each drive, each touchdown, and each defensive stop now carries symbolic weight. Winning is not just about advancing in the standings, it is about proving that distractions cannot derail focus. The Chiefs' resilience has the power to silence critics and reestablish belief. Adversity often fuels champions, and Kansas City has shown time and again that pressure brings out their best. The question is whether this storm will ignite another stretch of brilliance. On the field, the Chiefs have always written their story through action. Now, more than ever, their resilience will define whether this season remains one of glory or regret. Beyond strategy and performance lies the human side of the story. Players, coaches, and fans all feel the emotional toll of shocking revelations. Athletes are not immune to distraction. They carry the same weight of uncertainty as anyone else. For the Chiefs, balancing personal emotions with professional expectations is the hardest task of all. Anxiety, frustration, and doubt creep in, even among the most disciplined minds. Coaches must acknowledge this toll while keeping focus sharp. Fans feel it too, sensing unease despite their passion. The emotional impact of a tense atmosphere lingers, shaping how moments are experienced and remembered. For Kansas City, the challenge is not only to win games, but to preserve spirit and belief. The emotional toll cannot be denied, but it can be managed through leadership, support, and trust. Every team faces adversity, but the Chiefs now face a storm that tests both heart and mind. How they carry this emotional weight will determine whether they emerge fractured or stronger than ever before. At the heart of this story lies a simple truth: adversity reveals character. The Kansas City Chiefs have built their identity on resilience, unity, and relentless pursuit of excellence. The shocking revelation has shaken the atmosphere, but it has also presented an opportunity to rise above distraction. Glory is not achieved by avoiding storms, but by enduring them and emerging stronger. The Chiefs' journey is far from defined by one revelation. Instead, it will be defined by their response. Leaders will lead, players will battle, and fans will continue to support through uncertainty. Every great dynasty encounters turbulence, and how Kansas City navigates this moment will echo through its legacy. The tension is real, the atmosphere is heavy, but within that weight lies the potential for greatness. In the end, the Chiefs' story is still being written, and this revelation is only one chapter. The final word belongs not to the headlines, but to the resilience of a team determined to prove that adversity cannot shake its foundation.